big block 572 cubic inch twin screw supercharger from South Australia. David Clark in Tuff Enough, and Jeff Stunnell in the striking In Excess, making his way out onto the water now, down into turn number 1. Both of these guys supporting powerboat racing all around Australia, making the big trip over to Western Australia about 18 months ago for the Stannard Cup. And unfortunately for Jeff, the boat caught fire on that day, and that put him out for the weekend, unfortunately. And from memory, Dave Clark had some issues with blower belts coming off over that weekend, so he didn't actually get to see what Tuff Enough is capable of. But this being his home track, his home water, and he'll be looking to put on a big show for all of the sponsors here this weekend, including the man himself, who is round 3 National Drivers' Championship sponsor from Simons and Clark, as he starts to wind Tuff Enough up now. And In Excess with Jeff Stunnell, a smaller boat, but still lots and lots of horsepower on board In Excess. Now we see Clarkey starting to lean on the boat now on the exit of turn number 2. Let's see if he gets a good run out of turn number 2. That's not bad. Now it starts to lift the nose just a little bit, settles, good speed, comes across the line for the first representative time. Down into turn number 1, right off the accelerator, lets all of those revs drop right away. And now he puts his foot back down into it again. Tuff Enough all over the place on the way out of turn number 1. And for Jeff Stunnell, looks like he take a big wash over the cabin then from the wake of Tuff Enough. But Dave Clark in this beautifully prepared boat now starting to show what it is capable of. Again, right down into turn number 1, right off the gas, hard onto the cab plate, and unfortunately for Jeff Stunnell, has come to a stop halfway down the back straight. We'll probably see Dave Clark return to the pits. No valuable information being gained by just idling around, because these guys want to get out, do a couple of hard laps, and then go back, study the data, have a look at the weather station, make adjustments to the richness or the lean of the motor. Over the journey of 3 3/4 laps here at the Adelaide Speedboat Club, these boats will burn well over 100 litres of methanol. They can jam 2.5 times the amount of methanol into the cylinders compared to unleaded fuel. It's a renewable resource. We are guaranteed methanol for as long as we all live. A very safe fuel when it comes to speedboat racing as well, because you put a methanol fire out by simply using water, and we've got a fair bit of that around us. So currently out on the circuit is Chris Palmer, all the way up from Tasmania this weekend, and he'll be looking for a good run. fairly new engine package on board Outlaw, and a very experienced driver. There's not much around Australia that Chris hasn't won. He's really trying now, really trying to get a read on what that engine's doing. He goes down past the start-finish line, down into turn number 1. Keeps the boat in the water on the exit this time, so they get good terminal speed if you can just keep it under acceleration, but getting hit by some chop on the way across the circuit this time, down into turn number 2. Now let's see what Outlaw can do. All the way from Tasmania, and he's decided to back it down. So that'll be it for Mr. Palmer out of Tasmania this weekend.